What's up everybody? Before we get into this video, I wanted to tell you about this amazing opportunity. I'm partnered with Blofin. Blofin is also the main exchange I use. That's why I'm partnered with them. But right now, until the 2nd of June, we're running this amazing campaign where you can deposit funds to receive 15% cash back. And now please pause the video, watch the criteria as you can see right here. But in general, like this is real cash that you can use for futures trading, funding fees, transaction fees, but also more. And outside of that, Blofin, like I said, is an amazing exchange to use for trading. You can do spot on there as well, low fees, all the coins you want to trade. So use the link down in the description to sign up to get a 15% cash back until the 2nd of June. Now let's get into the video. Good morning everybody, welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great and welcome to this new video on Bitcoin this Thursday morning. We're going to do a full update. There is a lot we need to talk about today, so let's get right into it. Yesterday we had some news. We had the FOMC minutes. In general, nothing came out of that. They basically said what they also say every FOMC meeting. And FOMC minutes, look, sometimes it can be important, but it rarely is. And in this case, it also just was a reiteration of what they said before. But today we have some data again with the GDP growth rate and just in general GDP data. Is that important? In general, it could be, right? It's I would say if you take a look at the GDP data here, where we're looking for higher than expected data in the context of heightened recession fears at this point of time, I think that would be good. Can that make the markets move? Yes, right, but it's ultimately not going to change the trend, I would say. So it's going to stick to short-term volatility, and it is also dependent on the actual result. So it's very difficult to say what this is going to do prematurely. But know it, it's at 1:30 UTC. So be prepared for some volatility around that. And then when the US market opens, you also you can see a bit of a delayed reaction into that. So be aware of that. But that's as far as news goes. Now, overnight we had some positive news, or at least, well, the markets have responded positively with the S&P 500 pre-market jumping higher. And that is that the tariffs by Donald Trump have been blocked by some sort of a trade court or trade judge, whatever you want to call it, which short-term has caused a bullish reaction right here. Like I said, pre-market. Ultimately, I think this is tricky though, because ultimately, yes, tariffs being blocked would be bullish for the markets because it would be more certainty and, of course, more trades. Generally, at the short term, is a good thing. However, it also, in my opinion, brings more uncertainty, right? I mean, we can be sure that the Trump administration is not just going to say, all right, well, they blocked it, we're not going to do it. And this is just going to create more uncertainty, whether they can actually pass it, how much it's going to be, etc. Right? So I would actually say that, this move up, first of all, we haven't seen it with Bitcoin, by the way. I mean, we did receive some bullish momentum, but ultimately the price action has been a little bit decoupled from the stock market, which could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. It depends on how Bitcoin reacts when the S&P 500 starts to pull back pre-market. So we'll see. But ultimately, we got that news, which at this point in time is bullish, but it does create some more uncertainty, which I personally do not like. And talking about Bitcoin technically here, Bitcoin technically is still within range, right? So it's holding that level right here at 107,000 as expected. However, like I said, given the uncertainty, but also given the fact that on a 4-hour time frame, for the first time in quite a long time, we've lost the 4-hour uptrend right here. With a few candles, you can see we closed down below that on Wednesday afternoon, and right now we're trying to close back above that, but we haven't confirmed that yet. And the next 4-hour time frame candle closes in 3.5 hours, so we still have quite a lot left to prove as well. That in combination, especially with the uncertainty, just makes me not eager to buy Bitcoin. If you watch my altcoin video yesterday, my bias is still long and my bias is still to buy new things. But Bitcoin specifically, I would be careful, right? I would say, all right, do I think it's most likely we're going to bounce here? Yes, it's in line with the structure on the 1-hour time frame. We have some imbalances to the upside with also a naked POC at 109,700 we can fill, and that also acts as a bit of a magnet pulling the price up. And we actually did get a pretty good reaction right here at 6 a.m. in the morning. So I would say it's most likely we're going to get that move up, which, by the way, is also in line with the Bitcoin price action the last month on Thursdays, which is usually the most bullish day. So yeah, do I expect us to get that bullish momentum? Yes. Do I still, even though we have lost the 4-hour trend, do I still think we can rally higher? Yes, certainly true as well. However, I still think, given especially the fundamentals, that you should proceed with caution. But I'll keep you updated on that. For now, I'd say this is most likely. So we're going to end on a positive note. Take care. Have a good Thursday, and I'll see you all in my next videos. Bye.